Sima here. So this is the given circuit. Clear? So he is asking us to find out potential difference between point A and point B. Okay. Now can you say what is the potential at point A? How can I calculate? Potential at point A is how much? Okay. So these values of Q dash and Q we don't know. We are supposed to calculate them. Clear number? So how can I calculate what is the potential which is existing at point A? Can you say anybody? Okay. Potential at point A is how much? Sima, what is the potential of this plate? That will be the potential existing here also, no? So what is the potential difference of this capacitor? Can you see? Potential difference existing in between the plates of this capacitor is how much, ma? V is equals to Q by C, no? So charge stored is Q, capacitance is C2. That's all, no? So what is the potential of this positive plate capacitor? Same will be the potential at point A also. Clear? So therefore potential at point A is equals to Q divided by C2. Okay. Similarly, can you say what is the potential at point B? Here can you say what will be the potential, ma? Potential at point B will be how much? That's all, no? So VB is equals to Q divided by C. Here what is the charge stored? Q dash. Q dash divided by what is the capacitance of this capacitor? Capacitance of this capacitor is C4. That's all, no? So here potential is what is the potential existing on positive plate? That is the potential at point A. Similarly, here what is the potential existing on this positive plate? That will be the potential at point B. Clear? So what he is asking us to calculate VA minus VB. So therefore, VA minus VB is how much? VA minus VB is equals to Q divided by C2 minus Q dash divided by C4. Okay. So just to calculate Q1 and Q2 values, then substitute in this relation. That is our required equation. Clear number? So here we have two unknown quantities now. So therefore we are supposed to write two equations. Okay. So then how many loops we require? We require two loops now. So you do one thing. So you take this total as one loop. Clear number? So this total is one loop only, no? Clear? So that in every equation we are required to find out this E value. We are required to include this E value. Similarly, now you take only this one as one loop. Clear? This total is one loop. Similarly, from here to here, this one is a single loop. So write one equation for this loop, write one equation for this loop. Then you will get a Q dash value and Q value. Why we are taking this one as a total one loop? Because in this total branch I have only Q. And this is second loop I have only Q dash. So from this you can find out a Q value, from this you can find out a Q dash value. So once I calculate a Q and Q dash, VA minus VB is very easy to calculate. So have you understood, all of you? Come on. So first of all, let us take a loop number 1. Okay. So which is loop number 1 starting from here, reaching throughout this one and again reaching the same point. Okay. So from where shall we start, ma? We will start from here. So I am traveling like this. So plus E or minus E? I am traveling like this, plus E or minus E. You should be very fast. I am traveling from here. So shall I take plus E or minus E? Plus E, because there is a rise of potential. Clear number? Then I am traveling up to here. Clear number? I am traveling from plus to minus. So therefore a drop of potential or rise of potential. All of you should answer drop of potential. So therefore minus Q divided by C. So minus Q divided by capacitance is C1. Then I am traveling from here to here. So again a drop of potential. So minus Q divided by C2. Clear number? Then from here I am reaching up to here again. So totally it should be equal to 0. Clear number? So therefore E value is how much? E value is Q, if I take common, then it is 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. Clear? So therefore further if I simplify this one, E is equals to Q into C1 plus C2 divided by C1 into C2. Clear? So therefore what is Q value? Q is equals to E into C1 C2 divided by C1 plus C2. So I got Q value. Clear? So make a note up to here. Then you try to find out Q dash value. Clear? Once you get a Q dash value, already we have calculated Q value now. Substitute in this relation. That is the potential difference of VA minus VB. Come on. Value I got E into C1 C2 divided by C1 plus C2. Okay. Now I will go for loop number 2. Okay. So loop number 2. So what is loop number 2? Again I will start from here, travel throughout this loop and again reach this point. So I am traveling like this number, so plus E. So plus E, Then I'm entering into this one. So this is a drop of potential minus a q dash divided by C3. Again a drop of potential minus q dash divided by C4. Totally it is equal to 0. Clear, Nama? So therefore E is equals to q dash. If I take common, then it is 1 by C3 plus 1 by C4. So C3 plus C4 divided by C3 C4. Clear, Nama? So therefore what is the q dash value I got? Q dash value is equals to E into C3 C4 divided by C3 plus C4. Clear, ma? So this is my q dash value which I have calculated. So q value I got E into C1 C2 divided by C1 plus C2. Similarly I have calculated q dash value E into C3 C4 divided by C3 plus C4. Now just substitute in that relation. What I am supposed to find out? I am supposed to find out VA minus VB only, no ma? So VA minus VB is equals to Q divided by C2 minus Q dash divided by C4. Clear, no ma? So VA minus VB is equals to Q value is how much? Q value is E into C1 C2 divided by C1 plus C2 minus Q dash. Q dash value is how much? E into C3 C4 divided by C3 plus C4. Okay, ma? So Q divided by C2. So Q value is this one and C2 value is C2 only. Clear, Nama? So here Q dash value is this much, Q dash divided by C4. So multiplied by C4. So this is the equation of VA minus VB. Understood, Nama, all of you? So Q value we have calculated, Q dash value we have calculated, substituted both of these equations in this one. So this is our required equation, VA minus VB. Okay. Now just simplify this one and see what is the answer you will get. Okay. So how can I simplify this one? So if I further simplify this one, so C2, C2, C4, C4 gets cancelled. So VA minus VB value is how much? So E value, if I take common, then I will get a C1 divided by C1 plus C2. So minus C3 divided by C3 plus C4. Clear, ma? So these are the values which I got. Now just you take LCM. So VA minus VB is equals to E. If I take common, then C1 plus C2 into C3 plus C4. This is the LCM. So therefore C1 into this term I will write C3 plus C4. Clear, Nama? So minus C3 into, now I have already C2 C4 now. So therefore C1 plus C2. So therefore VA minus VB value is how much? This is E into, so C1 C3 plus C1 C4 minus C3 C1 plus C2 C3, clear, ma? Divided by C1 C2 into C3 plus C4. Okay. So I got equation up to here. Okay. So this is the potential difference between both the points VA minus VB. And further also I have here C plus C1 C3 minus C1 C3 gets cancelled. So therefore VA minus VB is equals to E into C1 C4 C1 C4, this is minus, no? This is minus here. So minus C2 C3 divided by C1 C2 into C3 plus C4. C1 plus C2, C1 plus C2 into C3 plus C4. This is the relation which I got. Clear, ma? So this is the equation for potential difference between 2 points VA and VB. Okay. Then he is asking second question also. What is the second question he is asking, ma? What is the second question he is asking? So if VA minus VB is 0, then what is the condition? That is what he is asking. No? Now can you say how can I calculate this one? Completed, ma, up to here, all of you? This one, is it completed? Up to here, is it completed or not? Okay. Okay, ma? So second condition, what he is saying, second condition is if VA minus VB is equal to 0, then what is the condition? Can you say what is the condition, ma? If this total VA minus VB is how much? VA minus VB is equals to E into C1 C4 minus C2 C3 divided by C1 plus C2 into C3 plus C4. This is the relation which I got now. If total this potential difference should be 0, then this numerator, if it is 0, then it is enough, no? What is the numerator? C1 C4 minus C2 C3. If this value is 0, if this value is 0, then total potential difference between 2 points VA minus VB also becomes 0. Clear, ma? So this is the required condition for VA minus VB to be equal to 0. Clear, no, ma? And this C1 C4 can be written as C2 C3 also. So therefore this is the very important relation. So what is meant by C1, C4? C1 multiplied by C4. C2, C3 means C2 multiplied by C3. So if this product of capacitances, if it is equal, then definitely I can say there is no potential difference between these 2 points A and B. It means A and B, both of them, they will be at the same potential. Okay, so this is a very, very, very important point, and this condition we call it as condition of Wheatstone bridge. What bridge we call this one, ma? Wheatstone bridge. This is a balanced Wheatstone bridge. Balanced Wheatstone bridge means what? Product of C1, C4 should be equal to product of C2 and C3. In this condition, potential difference between A and B will become 0. So what is meant by potential difference between A and B is 0, ma? It means that if you connect any capacitor in between A and B, charge will not flow through that capacitor. Why charge will not flow through that capacitor? Charge flows only if there is a potential difference, no? There is no potential difference, then why charge will flow? Charge will not flow. Have you understood? So shall I rub this side, ma? Shall I rub this side? Okay. Okay. So therefore, what can we write? So if C1, C4 is equals to C2, C3, then such condition is called balanced Wheatstone bridge. Balanced Wheatstone bridge. Okay, ma? So therefore, potential at VA is equal to potential at VB. So if any component is connected between A and B, it is useless. Why it is useless? Because charge will not flow from A to B. Clear, ma? Why charge will not flow from A to B? Charge flows only if there is a potential difference. If there is no potential difference, why charge will flow? Charge will not flow from point A to point B. Clear, ma? So therefore, what is the meaning of this one? It means that if I connect any other capacitor like this, clear, ma? If I connect any other capacitor like this, then this capacitor is absolutely useless. There is no use of that capacitor. In which condition? Condition is this condition should be always satisfied. The product of these two and product of these two, they must be equal. That is Q1 into Q4 should be equal to, C1 into C4 should be equal to C3 into C2. Only if this condition is satisfied, then potential of this point and this point, they will be equal. And if you are connecting any capacitor, or if you are not connecting any capacitor, there is no change in the circuit. Okay, ma? That's all. Same Wheatstone bridge I can write like this also. Clear? Same Wheatstone bridge, how I can draw? I can draw like this. So this is one capacitor, this one is another capacitor. Clear, ma? So this is another capacitor and this one is another capacitor. Okay, so this is a C1, this is a C4, this is a C2, this is a C3. So where is my point A? This is my point A and this is my point B, and this is the battery which is being connected. Clear, ma? Then what is called a balanced Wheatstone bridge here? Balanced Wheatstone bridge means product of C1, C4 should be equal to product of C2 and C3. That is what I have written now. Now what are the 2 points A and B? This is point A and this is point B. So therefore, if I connect any capacitor like this, so in percents this capacitor also will be given. Clear, ma? So if this capacitor is given and product of C1, C4 and C2, C3, if they are equal, then there is no use of this capacitor. We can remove this capacitor and you can do the problem. Clear, ma? If you remove this capacitor, now which capacitors are in series? C1 and C3 are in series, C2 and C4 are in series. Next, this total branch of C1, C3, it is parallel to this branch of C2, C4. Now by just using series and parallel connection of capacitors, very easily we can do this problem. So have you understood now what is the advantage of Wheatstone bridge? All of you? Balanced Wheatstone bridge means product of these two should be equal to product of these two. Then this one and this one, they will be at same potential. If they are at same potential, then charge cannot flow between points A and B. So therefore, there is no use of any capacitor which is connected here. We can remove this capacitor. Once you remove this capacitor, C1 and C2 are in series, C2 and C4 are in series. Next, this total branch and this total branch, they are in parallel. Now just by using very simply the concept of series and parallel connection, we can do this problem. That's clear, ma? So to prove this one only, we have done all this calculation. Just to prove that C1, C4 is equals to C2 into C3. Okay, ma? Come on. So there are some more concepts of Wheatstone bridge. So find equivalent capacitance between these 2 points A and B. Okay. So can anybody say how can I solve this question? How can I solve this question, ma? See, ma, this question, this circuit I can redraw like this, no? So this is one capacitor of capacitance C. This is another capacitor of capacitance 3C. Clear, ma? So this is another capacitor of capacitance 2C. Clear? And this is another capacitor of capacitance 6C. Okay? And where is this 2C? 2C is present in between C and 3C. C and 3C here. It starts from here and it is in between 2C and 6C. So it is in between 2C and 6C. So this is 2C capacitor. Okay? So why I have redrawn this one like this? Clear, ma? Because here I can see that if I name this capacitance as C1, C2, C3 and C4. Clear, ma? Now if I see here C1 into C4. So 6C into C. 6C into C is how much, ma? 6C square. This is equal to 2C into 3C. 2C into 3C is also 6C square. Clear, ma? So here I can say that C1, C4 is equals to C2 into C3. This condition is satisfied, no, ma? C1 into C4 is equals to C2 into C3. This condition is satisfied. If this condition is satisfied, what kind of circuit is this one? Yesterday we have discussed, no? If this condition is satisfied, what kind of circuit is this, ma? Come on. This is a balanced Wheatstone bridge. Okay, ma? It is a balanced Wheatstone bridge. What are the properties of balanced Wheatstone bridge? Yesterday only we have studied, no? If it is a balanced Wheatstone bridge, if I name these points as a point P and a point Q, clear, ma? Then I can say that then P and Q are at the same potential. Clear, ma? Point P and Q are at same potential. Okay. What is the meaning that point P and point Q are at same potential? It means that if you connect any component in between P and Q, charge cannot flow through that branch. Clear, ma? Because point P and point Q, they are at same potential, no? Charge cannot flow from one point to another point if same potential is existing and there is some component present. Clear? So therefore what I can write? I can write 2C capacitor is useless. Which is the 2C capacitor? This capacitor. There is no use of this capacitor. If it is present or not present, there is not going to change anything in this circuit. Clear? So if I remove that one, then how can I redraw the diagram? So I remove this 2C capacitor. If I remove this 2C capacitor, then circuit I can redraw like this. That's all, no? So this is C, this is 3C, this is 2C, and this is 6C. Clear, ma? So this is A and this is B. Now, C and 3C, they are present in series. 2C and 6C, they are present in series. Next to this total branch, they are connected in parallel. Just to solve this circuit, that is my required answer. Okay, ma? Come on. You got, ma? So, C and 3C, they are in series, no? So, C into 3C divided by C plus 3C. So, how much, ma? So, 3C into C divided by 4C. So, C and C gets cancelled. So, 3C divided by 4. Similarly, 2C and 6C also, they are present in series, no? So, 2C into 6C divided by 2C plus 6C. So, 12. Or I will write separately only. So, 2C into 6C divided by 8C. So, 1C and 1C gets cancelled. So, 2 1s are 2 4s are. Okay, ma? So, 2s are 2 3s are. So, 3C divided by 2. Clear, no, ma? So, therefore, this is one capacitor, this is one capacitor. So, what is the capacitance of this one? 3C divided by 4. Capacitance of this one is 3C divided by 2. So, these two now they are connected in parallel connection, no? So, 3C divided by 4 plus 3C divided by 2. Clear, ma? So, if you take LCM, 4 is the LCM. So, 3C plus 6C. So, total 9C divided by 4. Clear? So, that is the total equivalent capacitance which I calculated. So, 9C divided by 4. That is our answer. Okay? Make it out up to here. So anybody, can you say ma? So how to calculate equivalent capacitance of this given circuit? Any idea? See ma, if I take this point, so what is the potential existing of this plate? Same potential is present on this plate also, no ma? So if you plate this plate or this plate, both of them they are at the same potential. Clear? So therefore, can I redraw this circuit like this? So one capacitor is 3C capacitor, another capacitor is 6C capacitor. Clear, Nama? So like this. So 6C capacitor is joined here, and with the help of 6C capacitor, and again it is connected to point B. So let us assume point B is somewhere here. Okay, ma? So therefore, what is the meaning of this one? It means that with the help of a 6C capacitor, this is connected to point B. Clear? Similarly, 6C capacitor is again this point. It is again connected to point B with the help of this 12C capacitor. It means that the same circuit again draw like this. So this is a 12C capacitor. Clear, number? Then what about this 2C capacitor? So 2C capacitor, it is present in between a 6C and a 3C capacitor. Okay, ma? It means that this 2C capacitor is present here. So this is the 2C capacitor. Are you able to understand, ma? So this diagram, it has converted into a Wheatstone bridge. Okay. So now the question is this a balanced Wheatstone bridge or is it an unbalanced Wheatstone bridge? Can you say, ma? So this is definitely a balanced Wheatstone bridge. Clear? Because this is a C1, this is a C2, this is a C3 and this is a C4. Okay. So C1 into C4 is equals to C2 into C3. So this is the condition for a Wheatstone bridge to be a balanced one, no ma? So multiply. So 12 3s are 36C, C square. Like what about this one? 6C into 6C. This is also 36. So definitely this is a balanced Wheatstone bridge. If it is a balanced Wheatstone bridge, then what about a point P and a point Q? Clear, number? So these 2 points, they must be present at the same potential. If these 2 are present at the same potential, charge cannot enter into this one. This is not possible. Clear? So it means that there is no use of this capacitor. I can remove that capacitor. If I remove this capacitor, now how can I redraw this circuit? I can do one thing. Just I can remove this 2C capacitor. Clear, number? I can remove this 2C capacitor. There is no use of this capacitor. Okay. So if I remove this 2C capacitor, now which capacitors are in series and which capacitors are in parallel? Can you say, ma? I'm just removing this 2C capacitor which was previously present here. Now, which capacitors are in series, which capacitors are in parallel? Come on. 3C and 6C. 3C and 6C, they are in series connection. 6C and 12C, they are in series connection. And this total branch and this total branch, that is this total branch and this total branch, they are connected in parallel. That's all. So first of all, you take the series connection of 3C and 6C. So 3C into 6C divided by 3C plus 6C. Clear, number? 3C into 6C divided by 9C. So C and C gets cancelled. 3 1s are 3 3s are. Clear, number? So 2C. Similarly, you take the equivalent capacitance of 6C and 12C. So 6C into 12C divided by 6C plus 12C. Clear, ma? 6C into 12C divided by total how much? It is 18C. Okay. So therefore 6 1s are 6 3s are, so 4C. Clear? So in the total above circuit, capacitance is 2C. In the bottom branch, it is equal to 4C. Next to this 2C and 6C, again they are connected in parallel connection. Okay, ma? So this is a 2C, this is a 4C. So therefore, what is the total equivalent capacitance? 2C plus 4C is equal to 6C. So this is the equivalent capacitance between point A and B. That's all. That this one. See here. See, ma, these 2 capacitors, these two capacitors and these 2 capacitors, they are connected in series connection, no? So this is a C, this is also C. So whether charge is entering like this or whether charge is entering like this, both of them they are present in series connection. Okay. So what is the equivalence of C and C if they are connected in a series connection? So C by 2. So C into C divided by C plus C is how much, ma? C into C divided by 2C. So it is equal to C by 2. Are you able to understand? So therefore, instead of these 2 branches, instead of these 2 capacitors, these 2 capacitors and these 2 capacitors, I can write a single capacitance. So therefore, what I can do is, very simple. So instead of both of them, I will write one capacitor. Clear? Whose capacitance is C by 2. Similarly, instead of both of them, I will write one capacitor whose capacitance is C by 2. Similarly, instead of both of them, I will write one capacitor whose capacitance is C by 2. Similarly, instead of both of them, I will write one capacitor whose capacitance is again C by 2. Okay, ma? So now I got a circuit up to here. Now what I understand that this is C by 2 and this is C. Again they are connected in parallel connection, ma? Okay. So if C by 2 and C, if they are connected in parallel connection, then directly I can add them. So C by 2 plus C is how much? So C plus 2C divided by 2, 3C divided by 2. That's all, no? So therefore, instead of again two branches, I will write only one branch. So therefore, instead of this C capacitance, what I will write? Instead of this C capacitance, just I will write 3C divided by 2. Similarly, instead of this branch, clear, ma? This one I will name is as 3C divided by 2. Clear? Similarly, instead of this branch, I will name this one as 3C divided by 2. Similarly, instead of this branch, I will name this one as again 3C divided by 2. Okay. So I got circuit up to here. So 3C by 2, this is also 3C by 2. 3C by 2, this is also 3C divided by 2. Okay, ma? So 3C divided by 3C divided by 2, again they are connected in series connection. If they are connected in series connection, therefore what I have to do? So 3C divided by 2 into 3C divided by 2 divided by 3C divided by 2 plus 3C divided by 2, because they are connected in series connection. Okay, ma? So therefore 3C divided by 2 into 3C divided by 2 divided by, this is how much, ma? This is 6C divided by 2. Clear, no? So therefore how I can write this one? 3C divided by 2 into 3C divided by 2 multiplied by 2 divided by 6C. Clear? So 1 2 gets cancelled, C and C gets cancelled, C 1s are 3 2s are. So how much, ma? 3C divided by 4. That is what I got. So therefore, instead of this total branch, I can write 3C divided by 4. Similarly, instead of these two capacitors, I can write 3C divided by 4. So therefore, what is the total equivalent circuit now which I got? Circuit which I got is like this. So this is one capacitor, this is another capacitor, and both of them they are connected by another capacitor like this. Clear, no? And here I have terminal B. So equivalent of these two capacitors is how much? It is 3C divided by 4, and equivalent of these two capacitors is again 3C divided by 4. Okay. Now I got result up to here. Okay. Now immediately if you see at this diagram, what do you understand? When you see at this diagram, it is a balanced Wheatstone bridge. So C1 into C4 is equals to C2 into C3. Clear, no? So therefore definitely this is a balanced Wheatstone. 3C by 4 into C is equal to 3C by 4 into C. Definitely this is a balanced Wheatstone bridge, no? If it is a balanced Wheatstone bridge, if I name this point as a point P and name this point as a point Q, therefore what I can write? I can write P and Q are at same potential. Clear, ma? P and Q, they are at same potential. If they are at same potential, what I can do? What I can do is I can remove this branch. There is no use of this branch. Clear, ma? If it is present or if it is absent, nothing is going to change in the circuit. So now here C and 3C by 4, C and 3C by 4, they are connected in series. Clear? And this total branch, they are connected in parallel. So therefore, if I take the equivalent of these two, then how I can write? I can write C into 3C divided by 4 divided by C plus 3C divided by 4. That's all now. So C into 3C divided by 4 divided by, if I take LCM, then 4C plus 3C divided by 4. Okay, ma? So if I calculate the equivalent of this one, so 3 into 3C divided by 4 divided by 7C multiplied by 4. So 4 and 4 gets cancelled, C and C gets cancelled. So how much it is? 3C divided by 7. Okay, ma? So the total equivalent capacitance of this one is how much? 3C divided by 7. So this is also 3C divided by 7. This is also 3C divided by 7. So both of them again they are connected in parallel connection. So 3C by 7 plus 3C by 7 is 6C divided by 7. That is my equivalent capacitance. Okay, that's all. Make a note up to here. So the final answer which you should get is 6C divided by 7. Okay, ma? So I am drawing here. So this is one capacitor, this is another capacitor. So this value is 3C divided by 7, 3C divided by 7. Clear number? This is A and this is B. So equivalent capacitance of this one is 6C divided by 7. This is point A and this is point B. This is our required answer. Okay? That's all. So any idea how can I solve this one? So this is the given circuit. So capacitance C1, C2, C3, C4, C5 and C6 are present. And magnitudes of all of them are equal and it is equal to C. Then I want to calculate equivalent capacitance between points A and B. How? Okay. See, this problem also I can solve this one with the help of Wheatstone bridge itself. How can I solve this one with the help of Wheatstone bridge? Let us see. See, so here if potential of point P is V, here if potential of this point is V, then what is the potential of this point? Can you see? Potential of, if this one is V, potential of this point is also V, no, definitely. Are you able to understand? Okay. Because in between these 2 points, there is no component, there is no resistor, there is no capacitor. Clear? So definitely what is the potential existing here, same will be the potential existing at that point also. Clear? So therefore what I can do is, can I take this point, clear and rejoin this one here Can I take this point and rejoin this one here? Will anything happen? Will anything happen? I will take this one and rejoin here. Is there any change which is going to happen? No change will happen. Okay. Similarly, this point and this point. If here potential is V, can you say what is the potential here? V only, definitely. That's all, number. If here is potential is V, here also potential is V only. So therefore, what I can do is, clear So C2 and C5, no. So therefore, this circuit I will try to redraw like this. Clear So this is one capacitor and this is another capacitor. Clear? So what are the previous capacitors? C2 and C5. C2 and C5 only, no. So I have connected my capacitances like this. Clear? Now, if I have connected them like this, now do you see any Wheatstone bridge here? Do you see any, what are the Wheatstone bridges? Can you say? C1, C2, C5, C6 and C3. So this circuit will form a Wheatstone bridge. That's all, no? Clear? So if I redraw this circuit, how can I redraw this circuit? Let us see. So this is one capacitance C4. One capacitance C4. So this is a point A and this one is point B. Clear? Then this circuit I can redraw like this. So this is one capacitor which is a C2. Clear? This is another capacitor. Clear? Which is C5. Okay, then this is one more capacitor which is equal to C1. Clear? And this is one more capacitor which is equal to C6. So I have drawn like this. Then what about this capacitor C3? C3 is present in between C2 and C5. Clear number? So therefore this one in the form of a Wheatstone bridge. Now you see, is this a balanced Wheatstone bridge or not? Is this a balanced Wheatstone bridge or not, Come on. Definitely balanced Wheatstone bridge, no? So C into C, C into C. Definitely this is a balanced Wheatstone bridge. If it is a balanced Wheatstone bridge, then what I can do? I can remove this capacitor, no? Clear? So if I take this point as point to Q and this point as a point to Q, then P and Q, they are present at the same potential. Clear? So therefore, C and C, they are connected in series. So this capacitance is C by 2 and this branch capacitance is also C by 2. C by 2, C by 2, they are connected in parallel connection, no? So therefore, how can I redraw this circuit? I can redraw this circuit like this. So this is one capacitor C4. Clear, So this is one more branch and this one is one more branch. That's all, no? So this is point A, this is also point B. So this is C4, this is a C and C, C by 2. This is also equal to C by 2. And C4 is how much? C4 capacitance is C only, no? This capacitance is C. So therefore, C by 2 and C by 2. C by 2 and C by 2 and C, all of them, they are connected in parallel connection. So therefore, what is the total equivalent capacitance? Total equivalent capacitance is C plus C by 2 plus C by 2. So C plus C is 2C. So that is the total equivalent capacitance of this circuit. Okay, That's all. This problem, Anybody? So this is point A and this is point B. These are the different capacitors which are connected. Then how can I calculate equivalent capacitance between A and B? So CAB I am supposed to calculate. Any idea? Any idea, ma? See, ma, this problem can be solved by symmetry conditions. Okay, ma? This problem can be solved by symmetry conditions. What is meant by symmetry conditions? Let us see. Let us try to understand this one. See, ma. So here, for example, all the capacitances are equal, no? This is also C, this is also C, this is also C, 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 C and C. Okay, ma? For example, from here, let 2q amount of charge is entering into this circuit. How much charge is entering, ma? 2q amount of charge is entering into this circuit. Then this 2q amount of charge, can you say how it will be distributed, ma? So after reaching up to this point, it is seeing two branches, no? So this is one branch, this is one branch. Now can you say how this 2q amount of charge will be distributed? Will it be distributed equally? Definitely it will be distributed equally, no? Why it will be distributed equally? Because the upper circuit and bottom circuit, it is exactly symmetrical. Okay, ma? What are the total number of components which are present on the top side and total number of components which are present on the bottom side? They are exactly equal. Clear, number? So definitely what will happen is, so from here q amount of charge will flow, and into this branch also q amount of charge will flow. Okay, so same charge enters into this capacitor and same charge enters into this capacitor also. Okay, ma? Okay. So therefore, after some charge entering into this capacitor, let us consider this capacitor will take some potential. Clear, ma? See here what is happening actually is, see, so this is the total battery which we are connecting. So total EMF of the battery is E. Total potential difference of the battery or electromotive EMF of the battery is E here. So out of this total potential, this capacitor will take some, let us consider 2 volts of potential. Similarly, this capacitor also will take 2 volts of potential only. What is the reason? Because their capacitances are equal, charge entering is also equal. Are you able to understand, ma? So potential drop, V is equals to Q by C only, no, ma? V is equals to how much? Q divided by C. Are you able to understand? So charge entering into both capacitors is a Q only, and capacitances of each capacitor is also C only. So therefore, if this capacitor takes 2 volts of potential difference, then this capacitor also take 2 volts of potential difference. Okay. So total potential difference, let us suppose it is equal to 10 volts. For example, clear, ma? Total potential supplied is how much? 10 volts. So out of this 10 volts, this capacitor is taking 2 volts, this capacitor is taking 2 volts. So out of 10, if this one is taking 2, then what is the potential at this point? Can you see? Out of total 10 volts, this capacitor is taking 2 volts. Then here what is the remaining potential? Can you see? 8 volts. Here remaining potential is 8 volts. Similarly, in this branch also, if this one is taking 2 volts, then what is the potential here? Here also potential will be 8 volts. That's all, no? So here also potential is 8 volts. Here also potential is 8 volts. Then is there any use of this capacitor, ma? Is there any use of this capacitor? Will a charge enter into this capacitor or not? Charge will not enter into this one. Why charge will not enter? Because this point and this point, they are present at same potential. If 2 points are present at same potential and if a component is present, then current or charge cannot enter into that branch. So therefore what I do is, I remove this capacitor C. No use of this capacitor. Clear, number? Okay. Now, here there is 8 volts and here also there is 8 volts. Now charge enters into this capacitor and charge enters into this capacitor. Okay, ma? So let us consider this one is again taking 2 volts. This one is also again taking 2 volts, for example. Clear? So therefore now here what is the potential and here what is the potential? Here I have 8 volts. Here also I have 8 volts. So this capacitor charge will enter into this one, number. Here also Q amount of charge is entering. Here also same Q amount of charge is entering. Clear? So this capacitor has taken again 2 volts. This capacitor also has taken 2 volts. Now what is the remaining potential here? Can you see? So here also potential is, it is not 8 volts. It is 6 volts. Here also it is 6 volts. Clear, number? So this point and this point again they are present at same potential, no? So it may again charge cannot enter into this branch. Are you able to understand, ma? It means that this capacitor and this capacitor, two capacitors, they are useless. There is no use of those capacitors. So I can remove those capacitors also. Clear, ma? So now our circuit has become like this, no? Now very easily I can say this is C and this is C, they are in series connection. This is C and this is C, they are connected in parallel connection. Are you able to understand, ma? So this is 2 volts, this is 2 volts, then this also will be 2 volts only, this also will be 2 volts only. So total EMF of the battery will become 6 volts. Clear? For example, total EMF of the battery is 6 volts, because this branch is also taking 6 volts. This branch is also taking 6 volts. So total EMF of the battery will be 6 volts. In parallel branches, potential difference should be equal, no, ma? In parallel branches, potential difference must be equal. So here if it is 6 volts, here also it is 6 volts. Okay, ma? For example, if I take this is 0 volts, then here also it will be equal to 0 volts. That's all, no? So out of total 6 volts, this is taking 2, this is taking 2, this is also taking 2. So total potential here will be 0. Similarly, out of this 6 one, this is taking 2, this is taking 2, this is also taking 2. So remaining potential is 0. So this is how we analyze this circuit. Okay. Now, C and C, they are connected in series. So what is the total equivalent capacitance now? Total equivalent capacitance is C by 3. Similarly, here also it is C divided by 3. Clear, number? So this is point A and this is point B. Now C by 3, they are connected in what kind of connection, ma? This is C by 3 and this C by 3, they are connected in parallel connection, no? So therefore, total equivalent capacitance is 2C divided by 3. This is point A and this is point B. Clear, ma? So equivalent capacitance of CAB is equals to 2C divided by 3. That is our required answer. So have you understood, all of you, how we have calculated this one? Very simple. And this type of circuit, we call it as, this circuit is called as extended Wheatstone bridge. Okay, ma? What I call this one? I call this one as extended Wheatstone bridge. Okay. So wherever you get this type of circuit, then if capacitances are equal, then you can remove these two branches. Previously, we were removing only one branch, no, in Wheatstone bridge, but in extended Wheatstone bridge, I can remove two branches. Okay, ma? And I can do the calculation. That's all. So this is called as an extended Wheatstone bridge. Okay, come on. Make a note up to here. So this is our today's discussion.